Our journey continued. Leaving Kosi Bay in our rear view, we took the long way around to get to St Lucia. This would take us through the northern sections of the Isimangaliso Wetlands National Park. And our trusty Suzuki Jimny had taken us this far. But not only being an immense amount of fun out on the track, but also being our home for this journey. Kitted out with a rooftop tent, awning, extra fuel and water, it's taken really good care of us so far. This is the strangest place. We're driving through like mangrove forests, through the dunes and everything. There's like now, here's a whole massive freshwater lake, Lake Sabia. It's quite crazy. It's very, very epic. Very, very cool. But it's a beautiful day. It's hot. The sand is baking, but it is beautiful, beautiful skies, beautiful weather. But I can tell it's time to put on the suntan lotion. It is cooking. Considering this was our 6th day on the road, our spirits were high and the road trip feeling was still strong with us. We couldn't have come to St Lucia at a better time. The light had turned golden as we crossed Lake St Lucia, and after checking our campsite out, we decided to take an evening walk before it got too dark. We had to be careful because it was almost that time of day where the hippos love to come out and play. And many people don't know that hippos are in fact the most dangerous animal in Africa. But with scenery like this, the temptation was too much. It is beautiful. We're gonna go set up our camp, settle in for the evening, have a couple of drinks, get a good night's rest. It's been a long day of traveling, and we've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow, exploring this beautiful, beautiful place. This has definitely been a bit of a surprise trip. Neither of us have really been here, and we didn't know what to expect. Every day was a surprise, and so far it's been pleasant surprise after pleasant surprise. We're lucky to have such a varied and beautiful country, and not enough people explore it. So something that's been great on this trip, and something that I haven't spoken about too much, is the tackless seat covers and the tack mats. They are worth gold, especially the tack mats. There's something that I really recommend you do is get something that really covers and lines the foot well. So it's just nice to have that confidence. Even the seat covers, you know what I mean? If it's just good. You know, we were in the rain a couple times, and you know, just to jump in the car and go confidently, not worried about messing the seats or anything like that. It is really nice having that kind of sense of comfort and that sense of security that you're not ruining your beautiful car. But it is time for me to clean these mats out a bit. It's getting a bit rough. We took it slow this morning. This was part of the trip where we got to take it all super easy. By now, it was our 6th morning of having to pack up our setup, so it was beginning to become second nature by now. But we certainly weren't in any rush, because we decided to head for a breakfast in town before we head off for a day full of adventure. Okay, so today we are looking at heading through to Cape Vidal to go check out the lighthouse there, and in doing that we're going to probably, you know, traverse through the Isimangaliso Wetlands Park and, you know, St Lucia, and we're probably going to go and have a look and see if we can find and book our boat cruise that we wanted to do, and a couple of other little activities. So let's get to it. Excited and ready for a day of intense game viewing and bird watching. With bird books in hand, we set off, not knowing what Isimangaliso had in store for us. With a variety of little creatures abound, Isimangaliso is not your typical Big Five park. It's certainly a place for people who get more excited about seeing bee eaters and buck than those with the sole desire of seeing big cats. It's a place where just the view of the lush green tropical vegetation is reward enough, because if you can appreciate those, you will be blown away by the variety of life hosted in these wetlands. Cheers. Woo. It is damn hot out here. But it's lovely having an ice cold Coke. We're busy exploring Cape Vidal and we have no idea where we are. But it is beautiful, it's thick and lush and amazing and well worth a visit. Oh, the birds and some of the little buck that we've seen. It's very special. It's unique. It's different to other game parks. But we're gonna now start making our way through to the lighthouse and get a little bit of that coastal sea breeze going again. We had set our sights for a spot on the map called Mission Rocks. It was one of the first sections of track that would lead us to the sea. Yes, the sea inside a big 5 park. Although an awesome backdrop, Mission Rocks is more a spot for fishing than for swimming. However, it was still a great little break from being in the car all morning. But regardless, having the combination of sea and bush is actually too awesome for words. With the heat and humidity having gotten to us, there's nothing quite like being able to take a dip in the crystal clear, refreshing water of Cape Vidal, our second and favorite stop. The serene and pristine beach had Natalie and I playing around in the water, watching the beautiful tropical fish swimming around the rocks. This area is famous for snorkeling and diving. Maybe something for us to do next time. There was still so much of Isimangaliso for us to see. So we got back in the vehicle after a well-deserved break and began our sunset drive through the wetlands. And we had heard rumors that leopards loved the area, so needless to say, we had our eyes peeled. Seeing all the incredible animals coming to the water at the end of the day was just incredible. But as usual, the leopards evaded us. But we weren't disappointed in the slightest, because the scenery was truly spectacular. Wow, 10 out of 10. We went to the beach, we had a beautiful time there, seeing the fish. The ocean is clear, the water is so clear and it's so beautiful. Beaches are clean, everything's in good condition, and it is really, the drive now from there, we've taken a big loop around a couple of the dams and things like that, and it's sensational. It's like driving through forest and you look out and there's the wetlands and it's just everything, hippos, waterbuck, birds galore. Amazing views. This is really, really nice. I would come here before going to Kruger National Park. I would really, it's something so special. And it's something that not many people do. It does get busy during December, I'll bet you that, but not too many people come out here. It's very special. We're now on the west bank of the St Lucia lake, and I'm having a bit of a break from being behind the wheel, and Natalie's going to be doing a bit of driving today, which is going to be great. So I think this is our last day now, so we just want to soak it in as much as possible, enjoy it to the max, relax as much as we can, and see as many birds and as many animals as we can squeeze in. And then tomorrow we head home, back to the normal world, the normal life, getting some videos out for you guys, getting photos done, planning new trips, new adventures, new things for the build, all sorts of awesome stuff. But let's take it one moment at a time. First things first, we've got to enjoy this. We had high hopes for our next day out exploring. However, the side of the park certainly wasn't as dynamic and exciting as the Cape Vidal section. So we just decided to take it slow and see what we see. And that turned out to be quite a lot. It felt like a proper game drive, with animals around most corners. and our destination for today would be Charters Creek, which gave us our first proper view of Lake St Lucia. However, our trail would end here, as the rest of the park had been closed down due to mismanagement. But as we left, we happened upon a super sighting of a cow and baby elephant crossing the road. All things happen for a reason, I say. But this side certainly has its own charm, and the view over the whole park from the treetop canopy was well worth it. I'm keen to get on the water because there's one thing we haven't seen a lot of. Besides that one stop, we haven't seen a lot of Lake St Lucia. So I think it's going to be really nice to get on the boat, head onto the lake. We're going to be doing sunset. It's going to be beautiful. So between hippos and crocs and all the different birds, the beautiful sunset, I think we're in for something quite special, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. We'd been looking forward to this boat cruise since we started planning the trip, so to get out of the vehicle for a couple of hours and onto Lake St Lucia was the perfect cherry on top of our trip. Plus, finding out so much about these incredible waterborne giants, the hippo, seeing the babies standing on their mother's back as all the hippos start waking from their daytime naps, with a couple of big yawns to put on a show for us. They can be quite territorial and actually charged us at one point, which you can imagine had everybody on the boat very excited. But the best part for me was all the incredibly beautiful scenery. I couldn't leave my camera alone for even a second. The sunset over the water couldn't have been more perfect. What a way to end our trip. Wow. That was spectacular. Worth it for just the views alone, but getting to see all the lovely cute little hippos and everything, although violent, and we did get charged at least once. It was very nice. It was very cool, and a lovely way to kind of round up our trip out here at St Lucia. Now it's just head to camp, set up for the last time. 8 nights in a row of pretty hardcore camping. We've done rough stuff and more rough stuff and rougher stuff, but it's been fantastic.
And then another rough stuff.
Yeah, and then some more rough stuff. But it's all been well worthwhile, and it's been an amazing experience. We are definitely keen to get home and have a few more days of resting before Natalie has to get back to work.
Oh. Sad.
But it's been amazing. Thank you for tuning in and watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now. Thank you for joining us on this last episode of the series, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I hope you can consider subscribing and letting us know down below what you thought of the series and if you'd like to see more stuff like this with Natalie and I. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next adventure. Bye for now.